What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Sunday morning. We are about to go to church. It is a very, very good day. Anyway, today we're talking about the Riton red dot. It is the PRD2 is the model number. Now it's made for pistols, but I shot this quite a bit on rifles and quite a bit on pistols. Quick disclosure, I did get this for free. I do have some friends at Riton Optics. There will be some affiliate links down in the video description, but I can promise you I will still tell you all of the pros, cons, and what I think of it overall as honestly as possible. A $250 red dot does not, by my opinion. Anyway, let's get right into it. The body of this red dot is an aluminum body, and the glass is very, very clear. For a long battery life optic, I would assume the lens would have more of a tint to it, but it's very, very clear. Now, my favorite thing about this red dot is going to be it takes the Holosun / RMR footprint. The reason I like that so much is a ton of accessories and slides on pistols and things that are cut already for the RMR / Holosun footprint. I don't know if you could hear my dogs being crazy out there, but they are crazy. All right, the red dot in here is a 3 MOA red dot, which I'm fine on that size, and for my eyes, it's very, very crisp, very, very clear. The windage and elevation adjustments are a pretty standard 1 MOA adjustment per click. Found it very easy to sight it in on both the rifle and on the pistol. The red dot also has an auto adjustment for the brightness sensor is an auto adjustment. There's not buttons to increase and decrease the brightness. Now in the past I have been very critical of auto adjustment, and I'm still very hesitant. With that said, I have this one and another red dot that I'm testing that have an auto adjustment, and they're getting a lot better. They're not quite perfect yet, but they've gotten a lot better. I've done a lot of testing from light to dark, dark to light, all different types of stuff, carrying it, drawing it. The only time the dot isn't perfect is when it's dark out and I turn on a white light, excuse me. The red dot in that case is just a little bit more dim than I would want it to be. You can still see it and it's still effective, but it's a little bit more dim than I would want it to be. So I think the auto adjustment settings, whatever, are starting to get there. They're extremely, extremely close. 3-hour auto shut off and with shake awake technology. So it sits there for 3 hours, turns off. The second it senses any movement, turns right back on. Their battery life I mentioned earlier is a 40,000 hour battery life, which is like 4,000 years. And it takes a CR2032 super common battery. Now it is a bottom battery compartment, so when your battery dies, you take the optic off, you replace the battery. Please make sure you go back and re-verify your zero, because if you're taking the optic off, your zero may shift and change and you don't want to miss what you're shooting at. Last couple quick features: it does have a lifetime warranty. It is waterproof, fog-proof, shock-proof, and I must give it Riton Optics credit. Their lifetime warranty is excellent. All right, let's talk about the testing I've done really quick, and then we'll get into the pros, cons, and what I think of it overall. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I think I said it in the beginning of the video, I shot this several hundred rounds on a rifle. This adapter that I'm holding onto is a 45-degree offset for a rifle. It's made by Valhalla Tactical, called the Ruka, and I have done a review on this as well. So this was on this adapter for several hundred rounds. It was also on a pistol for several hundred rounds. Because I shoot so much, I like to thank True Shot Gun Club. They are one of the sponsors of this channel. They have very good deals on ammo all of the time. There is a link down in the video description. If you need any pew-pews, hook me up. Use that link. Get yourself some ammo. Ammo's starting to get crazy again, and I hope you're stocked up before it goes crazy. Anyway, back to the testing. The pistols that I shot it on, if you are curious, SIG X5 Legion, Glock 17 MOS, and most of the testing was on a CZ-P10C. Now, the one thing I want to say, this optic sits really, really low, a lot lower than some of the other optics on there, and that can be a great pro or that can be a con, depending on what you're putting it on. On the X5 Legion in the Glock, no big deal. On the CZ-P10C, it wasn't a factory cut. It was something I sent out and had milled, so the optic sits really, really low, right to the slide with no accessory plate. That slide also has suppressor height sights. So being this sits so low with no accessory plate and it has really big sights, there's not as much of the window you can see to see that red dot. If you're putting it on something that uses an accessory plate or it doesn't sit quite so low, no big deal, but I like to throw that out there so you know. Now, I don't typically do any destructive testing, like I'm not smashing and dropping and shooting this with buckshot. I did rack the slide using my hand, using the optic in my hand many times, and the few times I also racked it off a piece of wood at the range just to give it a basic, shock-proof test, and it was fine. It's still working. No issues there. I also carried it for a couple weeks, EDC, because I really wanted to test that auto adjustment brightness sensor when it's in dark under cover and you take it out. Again, no issues there. I did a lot of reloads. I did a lot of drawing from the holster. Again, wanted to test the auto brightness adjustment and didn't have any issues there. And of course, as always, we do a lot of running and gunning. Every time we go to the range, me and my man Johnny, we are running, we are doing push-ups, burpees, cover, concealment. We like to get a workout when we are at the range. So, through all of that testing, let's talk about the pros and the cons. Biggest pro for me is going to be the price and the value that you get with Riton. A good quality red dot for $200, $225. There's a ton of value there. That's the price at the time I'm making the video. It will absolutely change. I love that they use the Holosun / RMR footprint because it's so common, so widely used. It sits very low and it has a shake awake technology. Now the two cons I have aren't really cons, just things for you to be aware of. These actually may be pros, these may be cons. It's up to you in your opinion. The auto adjustment feature, again, they seem to be getting a lot better. I'm still hesitant on them. Even though I hate to admit it, they're getting pretty good. How it sits really low, I went into it a bunch already, so I won't go into it again. I think most scenarios that is a very big pro. If you have something that goes mounts directly to the slide without an accessory plate and you have suppressor height sights, that may be an issue. Height is never, that's not on your side. Overall, like I said, it is a solid optic for the $200, $225 price range. It is going to live for now on this mount that I have from Valhalla Tactical, the 45-degree offset on a rifle. I think that's where it made the most sense for me, so that's where it's going to live. Let me once again thanks Riton for sending me this little red dot for review. It is greatly appreciated. Let me remind you of the affiliate links. Let me also thank True Shot Gun Club for sponsoring this channel and sending some ammo. I shoot way too much. Once again, affiliate links down in the video description. Yes, this is the part of the video where I shill and try to recoup some of the money I spend for this video. I also want to thank Prime Armor. Again, the world is starting to get a little squirrely and crazy again, and ammo prices are going up. So if you can afford it, I highly recommend you get yourself some body armor and a plate carrier maybe. I have enough body armor and plate carrier for everyone who lives in this house. I hope I never need it, but I'd be happy if I do. Prime Armor, high quality body armor, plate carriers. Coupon code link is down in the video description as well. What else do I want to talk about? I started a second YouTube channel. It only has 100 subscribers right now. It's YouTube Shorts, quick 15 to 60 second videos, very different from this one. Please check it out, link below. Give me a subscribe. It's a backup in case this channel ever gets zapped, so I'd like to build that up a little bit. I'm going to continue the dad advice. I've been doing this in a lot of my videos, and I just want to encourage every single king and queen out there to take care of your mental health. Whatever that means is different for you. If it's something you have as a stress reliever, get out there and go do it. Go to the range, hit the gym. Whatever your stress reliever is, doesn't matter. Take care of your mental health and your physical health. If you feel your mental health dropping, find something you can do to bring it back up, whether that's go talk to a professional, talk to a buddy, whatever you got to do. Just please take care of your mental health as much as I hope you're taking care of your physical health. All right, most important, before you go, I want to thank you. Thank you guys for watching. If you think I deserve it, please hook me up with a like, hook me up with a comment, subscribe to the channel, enable the bell notification. That stuff helps way more than anything else that I just mentioned. Helps me out, and I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!